Hey, what's up? This long overdue video, I'm supposed to post it about last week, but due to tight schedule, just got out of the hospital yesterday. I wasn't feeling too good. So today I got a bit of time to compile the videos. Hope you enjoy it and subscribe. Hey guys, Matt here. I started fishing about 2 months ago and decided to step out of my comfort zone by telling myself to trek and fish in different countries. My first destination for fishing in 2020 is Malaysia, Perak. Preparation for the trip was done about a month before the trip, which includes stocking up of lures, getting my own personal floating device, and backup rods and reels. The flight duration from Singapore to Ipoh Airport is about an hour, and followed by another 1.5 hour drive to Kampong Beng in Perak. Finally met my guide and host in person, Abang Lan.
Abang Lan.
We visited a local tackle shop nearby, and I was really glad because I managed to stock up on single hooks, which played a really big part during the trip. We're finally here at Kampong Beng. I've never gotten the chance to experience the kampong life until today, and it was indeed a great experience overall. The first day was spent unpacking and setting up of my gears as we'll be heading out to fish the next day in the morning after breakfast. Very first morning, first fishing day, Abang Lan, he brought me to this spot which was well known for Sebarau. So I was really excited, and then I sort of like casted once towards this opening, and he says this spot is pretty well known for Sebarau. And the moment I cast my first cast of the morning, right, I managed to hook one Sebarau right onto the body. So it was a foul hook. Managed to pull it up all the way to the boat, and then dalam sikit dah aku tak badan dia. Tak apa, fau.
Kita tak bawa ni.
Oh, net And then we moved the boat about a couple 3 to 5 meters away towards the other end, and aiming the same opening, got a bite. We thought it was a Sebarau. Satu, dua, tarik. Kena.
8 pound. Senang je sini kena sembarang. Baru. Bukan. Tuman.
The most memorable catch would be this mama peacock bass. Basically, Abang Lan spotted the fries with the mama PB like swimming around with it. So he almost got a bite. It was nice of Abang Lan to give me the chance to sort of like lure on the peacock bass, and a couple of casts and hitting the right spot, and finally when he took my lure, it was damn exciting. I was damn excited, and yeah, it was pretty much my first. A good size. I would say it's a good size fish for a newbie like me. The fight was really fun and exciting, and you could see the excitement with both of us, Abang Lan and myself. The way we celebrated the moment we land the fish on the boat. It was like so funny. Abang Lan was like telling me, "Bring your rod down, bring your rod down."
Tu anak dia tu. Tak nak ni.
Kata mak dia datang dia.
Nampak kan?
Tak.
Nampak?
Nampak lah tapi tak kena.
Yelah, kena lalu
kena
tu.
jual.
Bila jumpa kat anak dia tu, you slow tu anak dia tu.
Okay.
Ibu dia tu. Ibu dia besar. Sikit tadi, sikit tadi. Oh ya betul.
Okay.
Kanan sikit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, Mama PV.
Itu tarik dia keluar.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, baik spot lah. Ui. Mana? Cik dapat makan. Tuman.
Boleh nampak kan?
Oh.
Gini. Ataupun yang tarik terus boleh, ataupun yang tarik berhenti. Ataupun tanam sekejap. Tapi kalau yang tempat dalam tu tanam berhenti. Tempat ni pula.
Tuman.
Jangan kosong dari tempat yang ada.
Yang macam tadi ya.
Ya. Tempat yang kosong. Ini dalam ni. Ini nampak dia ambil di atas.
Kena. Ini je. Tinggi ya. Yeah.
Oh jadi ya.
Kasih. Kena. Kecil je. Kecil. Jadi ya. Kecil je dia. Dah, dah. Alright. Last day of fishing, we went to this dam area, which is about 35 to 45 minutes drive from Abang Lan's place. It's called Canoeing Dam. So we had to like trek down to the place a little. Me being me, I brought my Chuck Taylors, but I forgot to bring my trekking shoes. Then I had to suffer a bit while trekking down because it was so slippery. Canoeing, the game was a little different. Basically, we were there with a mindset of to land a fish using the top water method. So I'm pretty new to this fishing top water. So basically, the kind of lures we used were like a floating pencil. I needed a lot of practice with retrieving the walk to dock method. I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm using my non-dominant hand to twitch the rod, and was it felt heavy. So yeah, a lot of practice. Need to so-called brush up on the techniques. It's just so tiring. You have to stand down there and concentrate, like looking at spots when to strike, especially when you see the toman gets to the surface for air.
Okay. Okay, tengok. Tak apa, tak sembarang. Tak betul. Okay, tengok, tak apa. Okay. Boleh. Itu goyang kocak tu, kocak tu. Cuba ruk tu rendah. Lagi. Cantik. Terkejut. Okay, kuat.
Abang Lan was demonstrating to me on how to do the walk the dog mode, the walk the dog retrieve, and while teaching me, he landed like 2 tomans, or in fact giant snakeheads. So basically, it was like a good demo. I mean, you physically can see him doing it live and witnessing how the top water game works. So frustrating that I couldn't like land a fish since morning 9:30, 10 a.m. all the way to like almost 5. I already had that mindset as okay, there's no fish today, just not my day, and let's just go back and rest. I got one top water strike, but it didn't connect to my lure, so basically it was right in front of the boat. It's like I was almost pulling it up, and suddenly I saw like a big splash, and it got me startled. Like oh shit. Until there was this particular spot where we saw like a lot of activities on the top, the surface of the water. Like you can see, it was probably the feeding time of the toman. We could see like fries jumping. Unfortunately, my batteries were all dead. Spent all the various recording and the stuff during the morning session, and I couldn't get any during the afternoon session. This toman tried to get some air right in front of the boat, and then I was ready to cast, and then I threw, or in fact I cast. It wasn't exactly on the spot, it was slightly further away, and within 3 seconds, or in fact 2 seconds, I tried to reel my bone hover jet in propeller mode. It took the lure, and yeah, I was so happy to finally like land something, at least with top water, using the top water method.
Alright, Oh, Dulu apa dekat? Dekat je lah.
Thank you Abang Lan.
Abang Mat.
Abang Lan.
So basically, right, I would like to thank Abang Lan so much for being patient with me to teach me fishing. I went there with like very little knowledge in fishing, and I came home to Singapore with some knowledge in fishing. So being introduced to different kind of lures and the kind of terrain you should look out for, the kind of fishes, behaviors, rods, reels and line and whatsoever. So basically anything about fishing. He's been like my teacher, guru, not just my host. My experience in Kampong Beng was like really good. If you were to ask me if I would return back to Kampong Beng, yes of course. There's like one more fish I would like to land there, which is kerandang. And of course I would like to thank Alfizan for making this trip possible, making this whole trip possible for me to come down to Kampong Beng and fish. And then Cikgu for like lending me his soft rocks, and also Beruang Caster who saw me struggling to change my hooks and split rings and taught me like the quickest way as possible to swap them. My boatman during canoeing trip, which is the third and the last day of my fishing trip, Ahmad.